Hello, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us today for this session with Suffolk, University of Suffolk. Today we have Jessica with us, and she will be taking us through the webinar. So without further delay, I would like to hand over to Jessica for the webinar.
Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. My name is Jess. As Vinyak said, I'm from the University of Suffolk. I'm here today, as you all know, to talk to you a little bit more about our university and more specifically our postgraduate business and management courses for our January intake. So I'm going to go ahead and share my slides. Okay. Okay, so just let me know if you can't see what I'm sharing. So as I said, postgraduate business and management at the University of Suffolk. I'm going to give you a little bit more information about our courses. But first of all, I would like to start off with a little bit of information about who we are as a university. For those of you who don't know about us, this will be a nice way to find out all about what kind of university we're like, what we're trying to achieve, and what it's like to be an international student at our campus. So who are we? I'm going to share a little video of our international community. I think our international students will be able to talk far more about their experience than I can. So I am going to hand over to them.
For international students studying here at the University of Suffolk on our beautiful waterfront campus provides great opportunity not only to develop your skills and knowledge, but then also to interact with our wider business community, who play a very active role in the university in the provision of our curriculum and opportunities for you to apply that knowledge, apply that learning with our local businesses.
I come from India, and the main reason for me to choose England to study was that I believe England is a top provider of higher education, and also people come here from all over the world, so it's a great opportunity to actually meet other international students and just learn from experts in their field.
I think because I really like the English system of education, I also wanted to improve my English language by coming to the UK, because it's also a challenge to be speaking English kind of all the time with people. I'm quite a social creature, so I really loved the idea of coming to a new place.
The University of Suffolk is blessed with amazing facilities. Using those facilities has been quite amazing because we have enough resources and materials for us to succeed in our studies here.
The university has a fantastic careers and employability advisors that can help you look for opportunities in any field, in any area, in any sector.
The DX Center presents them an opportunity to network, to be in partner with some tech companies that are situated here, and have the opportunity to network with other tech professionals that are working in the same area.
We take a very individualised approach to teaching and learning here at the University of Suffolk. Our academics will know you by your first name, they'll know the cohort, and that means that we can really provide an enriched individual learning experience that meets your needs and prepares you for the world of work in the future.
I think right from the get-go you will receive all the support that you need. You can be guaranteed that you won't be just part of a huge number where people don't know your name.
I think the culture of the University of Suffolk is really warm and is really supporting.
Whether it's from the academic support at the library or even just one-to-one tutorials.
I've been able to have conversations with the lecturer one-on-one when I needed help. They are easy to approach, and they've been amazing, honestly. The support is massive.
I think Ipswich is a lovely place to be. It's very near London, and at the same time you can get to enjoy the coast and the country.
The campus itself is just really close. It's like a 5-minute walk between each building, which just makes it really accessible for all of the students to just walk through. The SU space is also a really lovely space to meet up with students and friends and just grab a coffee. The Paddy and Scott's, for example, that's in the waterfront building.
Coming to the UK, well, with the level of expectation I had in mind, and getting here, meeting everything exactly the way I expected it to be, the hospitality is second to none.
Anytime you have a problem, you know, you can have access to somebody that can help you. So it just makes you feel like a new home.
The University of Suffolk is a very diverse community, and we welcome international students from all around the world. If you are interested in coming and studying with us, I strongly encourage you to have a look at our website, explore the videos that show our campus, and of course, come and pay us a visit.
Okay, I hope that video has given you a little bit more information about us as a university, and a little bit more info from the perspective of an international student. We have 3 of our wonderful international students there, so those were real experiences of people who studied with us in the last year or 2. So, who are we? We are located in Ipswich in Suffolk. It is one of the driest and sunniest parts of the UK, so the UK is not all doom and gloom and grey skies and rain. We are very lucky to be in such a beautiful part of the UK. It's really, really great for those of you who want to explore the UK, get out to the countryside, get out to the coast, to the beach, but we're also an hour away from London. So for travelling into the UK, it's super easy. We have really great connections to Heathrow, but also for visiting, for sightseeing, if you've got family down in London, it's a really convenient place to be. We're one of the youngest universities in the UK, so we are really full of fresh and innovative and different ideas, but that isn't to say that we're not built on the same foundations of many of the other traditional universities in the UK. We're not new, we're not trying out things that are kind of foolish. We are following real steeped traditions in the UK, but also putting in a little bit of innovation and fresh ideas and trying some really exciting things at the university. We are top 10 for lecturers and teaching quality, and also for our facilities. So this was part of the What Uni Student Choice Awards. So this was decided by students. That's why we feel it's really important to share these pieces of information with you. So our lecturers, as they said in that video, they will really get to know you. It's slightly smaller class sizes, so they really get to learn about you, learn your styles of taking in information. They're there to offer support. They're there to answer your questions when you need. And our facilities are constantly being developed. I'm going to go back a slide. That we are constantly built on transformation and change. This includes our campuses. Just 2 or 3 years ago, we built the Digitech Centre that our student Doyen was talking about in the video. That's where he was. That's our computing and tech facility. It was very, very new, but it is not our newest development. Since that has been built, we've also built the Health and Wellbeing Centre, which is for our professional health courses for nursing. And even now we have new developments coming up yet again. So we are constantly trying to develop our facilities, make them innovative, keep them up with industry standards. So if you're looking for somewhere that is constantly developing, changing, innovating, that would be us. So on to what you are all most likely here for is our January postgraduate business and management courses. We have 3 courses available for our January intake in this field of study. We have our MSc International Business and Management. We have our MSc in Strategic People Management, which is a new course that has been launched for this year. And we have our Suffolk Executive MBA. All of these have an intake for January 2023. All of these have open intakes at the moment. So if this is something that you are interested in, please get in touch with your SI UK counsellor, make your application, because we need to get those in and processed as soon as possible. January is very, very close. So first of all, focusing on our MSc International Business and Management. This was a super popular course this September. It is perfect for new or recent graduates. So if you have graduated from your university degree recently, in the last 2 or 3 years, you haven't had the chance to get much experience in the world of business and management, this is the ideal course for you. It sets you up with kind of career-ready skills so that you can finish your master's and get straight into the field that you want to. Covers a huge range of topics, from managing people to managing supply and supply chain management, all the way through to marketing and finance. The supply chain management is very interesting because in Ipswich, we are very, very close to the UK's largest port called Felixstowe. And that is why there is huge demand for supply chain management in our local area. And you're able to kind of get in with businesses who do supply chain management, try and get contacts, do a lot of networking in the area. So if that's an area that you're interested in working in, I highly recommend exploring that a little bit more. And it's building the foundations needed for a career in business and management. All of our business courses are driven by the idea that they are created by people in industry. They are created by people who have worked in business for years and years. They are not created to make you an academic. They're created to get you ready to go into the workforce and have that employability. You'll see on the side there, we have dual accreditation. So that means that when you complete the International Business and Management Masters, you will also get a level 7 certificate in leadership and management from the ILM. So you are getting 2 qualifications for one here. So you're getting your academic achievement, your MSc, you're also getting a professional qualification that you can then take to your employer. MSc Strategic People Management. This is a really exciting new course. It was developed from an old human resource management program, which has been revamped, modernized, innovated to become our MSc in Strategic People Management. This is another course that is accredited. It's accredited by the CIPD. That is a kind of accreditation that you would need to work in HR in the UK. So it was really important to us that this course was accredited by them so that we could go out knowing that it was the right course to boost your employability and to give you those real life skills. So again, we're developing career-ready graduates. You can come in, you can get this degree, and you are then ready to go into a career in people management. What's really innovative about this course is that it's a blend of traditional classes where you will be virtual or in person in a classroom, and skills labs. Skills labs are very practical, problem-solving driven laboratories, basically. So you will go in your group and it will be focused on building real-world skills based on real-world problems. There are opportunities to professionally network. So there will be guest lecturers coming in, employment, companies from the local area, people high up in business, and also CIPD events that we have access to through our accreditation that you will be encouraged to go to again, network, build your community of people that you can go to if you have a problem or if you want to boost your career. The really exciting thing about this course is the 2-year opportunity with professional placement. So there is a 1-year degree, the MSc Strategic People Management. You will do all of your credits in that 1 year and you're good to go. You're good to enter your career. Or you can choose to stay on for the 2-year opportunity where you will do your first year in the class, same as the 1 year. And in the second year, you will go and do a 6 to 9 month professional placement in the area. It's an incredible opportunity to boost your work experience, especially for those who are coming into this degree straight after finishing their bachelor's degree and they haven't had time to go out and have that employment experience yet. Okay, the final course is the Suffolk Executive MBA. So this is the course that I always recommend to those who have prior work experience. This course requires a minimum of 3 years work experience that is relevant to the course, so managerial or business-based experience. This course is so heavily based in using live management issues. It's going off real life problems that businesses have faced to try and build your real life problem solving skills. So sometimes businesses will actually send in their issues for our teams of students to work on to try and come to a solution for. This is part of the postgraduate workshop series. So alongside your regular academic classes, there will be these workshops to try and get you to think super critically about how to solve problems for local businesses and local companies. With this course, there is also a module that allows you to branch out into health and social care management and leadership, which I know has really been popular over the last few months. It's really been popping up. So that is something that you can get involved in as well. And this is another accredited course with the Chartered Management Institute. And we again have the dual accreditation with the ILM. So this comes with a level 7 diploma in leadership and management. So again, you're getting that academic achievement with your MBA and your professional accreditation through ILM. Okay. That is everything from the kind of academic side of things. So if you have any questions, please send them into the chat and I can answer them at the end of this session. What I would like to move on to now is onto a little bit about our campus and who we are as a university, so that you can get to know the university a little bit better from all the way where you're watching this video without having to come and visit us in person.
At the University of Suffolk, all our campus buildings are within a short walking distance of each other, and our main waterfront building is right here along the main Ipswich waterfront. The university is only a short 10-minute walk from Ipswich town centre, 1 hour away from London, and just over an hour from the nearest airport. The waterfront building is located at the heart of the Ipswich waterfront. The building has 6 floors, 1 auditorium, 2 main lecture theatres and 34 teaching rooms, as well as Paddy and Scott's Cafe. The James Hare building is our state-of-the-art facility with purpose-built clinical skills labs for our health courses, with dedicated sports and exercise laboratories, the latest technology in performance and analysis, along with specialist facilities for bioscience teaching and research. All students get the opportunity to learn and enhance their skills through practice and simulation. The Arts Building is the hub for our humanities and arts subjects. Students studying art, graphic design, film, photography, and architecture can benefit from the purpose-built studios, computer labs, and digital suites. Welcome to the Atrium Building. Home to the Suffolk Business School and Ipswich Waterfront Innovation Centre. This is also a main teaching building for our STEM subjects. Equipped with cutting-edge technology in games design and radiography, the Atrium is also a place to study in groups. Or, if you're looking for somewhere a bit quieter, the library is equipped with a wealth of resources and computer suites.
Okay, I hope that gave you a little bit more of an idea of our campus here at the Ipswich waterfront. But for a little bit of context, there were two very large new developments that aren't in that video. That video was only filmed 2 years ago, and there are since two huge new developments that aren't in there. So the Digitech Centre that I mentioned before, which is the hub at BT's Research and Development Quarters, and the Health and Wellbeing building for our professional health courses were both finished after that video was filmed. So again, big on development, big on innovation. A little bit more information about the town though, because we are a town centre campus. We are not a campus that is set off where you kind of need to travel into the town to get stuff done. We are smack bang in the middle of Ipswich. Here are some of the more historical buildings. Ipswich is one of the oldest towns in the UK. So you have Christchurch Manor and you've got our wonderful town hall. But we are not all old. We do have some wonderful modern developments. You can see the waterfront in that beautiful nighttime picture with our big Christmas tree outside. It's almost that time of year again. That was a huge development. Loads of really modern, beautiful cafes, restaurants, things to do. We also have an incredible festival every summer called Latitude. You can see that down in the bottom. And there are just constantly things going on in Ipswich. Music days, jazz festivals, events in the town centre, cafes, restaurants, escape rooms. There's just constantly a buzz around the town. So on to the nitty gritty of what kind of fees do we have for the January intake. Scholarships as well will be coming up, and cost of living, because these are all really important things that need to be shared right at the beginning. So as I said at the beginning of this talk, we are about an hour away from London. That means that we benefit from having lower living costs than London, which is great. But it's also slightly lower living costs than other parts of the UK. Typically living in a major city makes it more expensive, and we are a very large town, but we still manage to keep our living costs slightly lower than other parts of the UK, which is super beneficial as a student. I know, I've been there, I've been a student, and it's really nice when you're able to spend a little bit less money and keep some behind to go and have fun and explore the place that you've moved to. So these are our fees for January 2023. MSc International Business and Management and MSc Strategic People Management have the same course fee. That is £13,995 for the course. The Suffolk Executive MBA has a slightly higher course fee. That is £16,497. However, there is a dedicated December scholarship that I will tell you about now. Here's our scholarship offering. We have our international scholarship, which is £1,000 for postgraduate students. This is an automatically applied scholarship. If you apply and you get a place, you will get that scholarship. The International Masters Excellence Scholarship is not automatic. It is a competitive scholarship, which means that you will need to apply, and you need to apply by the deadline. So what you would need to do is you would need to have an unconditional offer from the university, and you need to apply for that scholarship by the 21st of October. This is what I mean by, for January, you need to get your applications in if you are keen to come and study with us for that intake. This is a limited number scholarship, so we can only give out the limited number that we have. But if you manage to meet those requirements, you get your application in and you are holding an unconditional offer, apply, throw an application in. You know, the best thing that could happen is you get a £3,000 scholarship. And if not, you get a £1,000 scholarship anyway. For the December scholarship, it is £4,000 automatically applied. There are some conditions that need to be met in terms of, you know, offer stage and CAS and tuition fee payments. They are all on our website if you would like to know more about that. But that is an automatically applied £4,000 scholarship for December, which is what I mean when I say it balances out a little bit with the higher course fee. Okay, and I believe this is the last slide. I do want to give you a bit of an estimate of how much it costs to live in Ipswich at the University of Suffolk. I'm sure there are some of you here who are not interested in coming for January intake. So these last few slides are really key if you're looking to come in September as well. One thing I will say is that the tuition fees and the scholarships are different for September 2023. So if you're not interested in coming in January, please go and look at the website because they have our full list of scholarships and course fees. But here are the living costs at the moment to live in Ipswich, which I don't think are too bad compared to other parts of the UK. You can see they're split into university accommodation and private accommodation. So by university accommodation, we mean dorm style. So we have our own accommodation on our campus, which is called Athena Hall. It is a 600-room accommodation. You will be sharing an apartment with between 4 and 6 people, double bed, private room, private bathroom. You can do studio apartments too. There are also a couple of other dorm-style university accommodations in Ipswich. That's what I mean by university accommodation. Private accommodation is private apartments, private houses, student we call them student digs, student flats, student houses where you share with other people at university. And you will see that that is slightly cheaper, but you do have to factor in things like bills and a longer walk to the university. I won't read all of these out. I'm sure you can flick through them. But this is around what you would spend per week. So £30 for food shopping, £10 for your study materials, and 130 to 175 for your accommodation, or 80 to 130 if you go private. I think that is all that I have to share with you today about our January intake. I'm well aware that we only have an hour and I'm sure we have some questions, but if you have any further questions that the counsellors at SI UK are unable to answer, or you just want to reach out directly, please contact us at international@uos.ac.uk and we will be more than happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, Jess, for this webinar. Yes, we do have some questions in the chat box.
Awesome.
So I'll be taking it one by one for you. So the first question that we have is, I have a 3-year of experience in software testing. Can I apply for computing for AI in undergraduate program, or is there any specialized course for 1 year duration?
So that's a tricky question. That's a good question. So they have an undergraduate, was it experience or was it a degree, did you say?
So he has an experience of 3 years in software testing. Now he want to apply for computing for AI in undergraduate program.
Yes, that shouldn't be a problem. The only problem would be if you already have a degree in computing, but if you don't have a degree and you're working with experience, that would not be a problem for applying for an undergraduate bachelor, especially considering you're kind of changing fields with going from software testing into AI. That shouldn't be a problem at all, no. So please get your applications in. September entry is also open. So anybody who's watching that's looking for September bachelor's entry, yeah, send your application in.
Thank you. The next question for you is, how is the Masters in Business program in the university? What kind of scholarship does the university offer?
Okay, so what is the Masters like? Like I said, it's very employability, real life scenario driven, if that makes any sense. So it's not looking into super heavily academic business theories. You will cover those things, but that's not the main focus. It's focusing on what are the real life problems? How can we set you up best to go into the employment space? How can we set you up so that you can get a graduate career that you're going to really love and thrive in? And in partnership with our incredible careers advice team, we feel like through these business masters, we can set you up to go out and really thrive in the employment space. We really pride ourselves on our graduate outcomes. We had something like a 95% of all graduates were in employment within 15 months of their graduation, because we have that really dedicated team of careers advisors and a dedicated team of lecturers who want to set you up to really succeed when you have graduated. So I think that best sums up our business masters. We just want to see you do the absolute best once you have graduated, and that's what we're trying to prepare you for. As for the scholarships, these are our scholarships. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can. These are also on our website, so I'll just leave those up for a moment so that people can write those down.
Thank you. The next question to you is, who are the top 5 employers after completing masters in marketing?
Oh, goodness. I don't actually have those figures on me at the moment. I don't know where I would get those figures, if I'm perfectly honest. Our careers team probably have those pieces of information. But there are a significant number of employers who are based in Ipswich, and who have links with the University of Suffolk. So people like BT, Willis Towers Watson, AXA, who are an insurance provider. We have lots of links with local business. They are linked with our Becky team, so Business, Enterprise, Careers and Entrepreneurship Centre. So we are constantly trying to build those relationships, and hopefully those relationships will result in people being able to get internships and network and build relationships and eventually go on to work for those companies in the local area.
Thank you. Next question is, are there offline graduation in accounts program available at the university for Indian students?
Sorry, can you repeat that one? Offline
Graduation programs for Indian students in accounts.
In accounts. There are many offline programs. Yes, all of these programs are in person on campus, so they are not online programs. However, for accounting/finance, I don't believe we have any courses at the moment in masters, no. Many of our business and management masters that I've talked about today will have finance modules. So international business and management has finance modules built in so that you can learn more about financing and accounting, but we don't have a dedicated accounting master's program at this time.
Thank you. The next question to you is, how helpful and accessible are the instructors?
How helpful and accessible are the instructors? That is a great question. I have interacted with most, if not all, of the academics at the university, and I have never come across one that has not been helpful and wanted to go above and beyond for the students. They are all very visible on campus, constantly with office hours or meeting times that you can go and see them. Their email inbox is always open. They are just wanting to see you succeed and making themselves available for you to succeed, especially with international students. The lecturers are very aware that you are moving across the world to come and study here, that you have, moved here probably with no friends here with you, and that you're trying to kind of make it through a completely different higher education system. So they are always willing to help you out with things like that. So personal academic tutors are something that you get on the day that you arrive. That will be an academic member of staff who is assigned to you. So you can go to that one person if you have any problems, academic, non-academic, financial, anything. You can go to them and they can help you find the support that you need. The Students' Union is there for kind of support in things like emotional support. If you're feeling lonely, or if you don't really know how to go out and make friends, if you want to attend events so that you can build a community around you, get to know your peers, they are a fantastic resource as well. We also have the student life team, who are fantastic to offer support with accommodation and getting jobs, things like that. And again, the careers team that I've mentioned. So there are tons of staff members who are willing to support you, and the academic staff are exactly the same. The instructors of the course just want to see you succeed and will make themselves very, very visible.
Thank you. The next question to you is, how do you select applicants? What aspect do you look for an application?
Okay, so applicant selection goes through a process that I'll briefly go over, because there's one aspect that is huge. Obviously, the first thing we look at is, do you meet our academic requirements? If you meet our academic requirements, tick, we move on to the next thing. Do you meet our English language requirements? If you do, fantastic. If you don't, we will reach out, give you time to provide us with your English language requirements. The major make or break for an application is the personal statement. It has always been a bit of an interesting process to look over personal statements, but the best advice that I can give to you around personal statements is, tell us what you know. What do you know about this course? What do you know about the university? How is that going to help you? How are the modules going to help you? What are your future plans? We really want to learn about you, okay? But we also need to see how we as a university link to that. So the two major components are you and the course and the university linking together. Really important to make sure both of those aspects are in there. The biggest mistakes I see made are the wrong university name. My favorite one is Suffolk University in Boston in the United States. We get so many personal statements with Suffolk University in Boston. Make sure you put the right university on. The right course name, make sure you put in the right course name. And also making sure, again, that you are linking yourself, your personal goals to this course and this university. That link, if you can make that link, you will be absolutely fine. It's not super difficult. We're not looking to try and trick you out by going, oh, you've not used the right module name, or you've said that this is covered in this course and we only actually mention it in a different one. It's all about, I want to do this with my life. I feel like this course is going to help me progress in my career, and these are the reasons why I think that. So that is the major part of admission, and how we give, how we kind of assess whether you're a suitable fit for the university is through that personal statement. One thing I will say is that these three courses, two of them, the two MScs, don't have interviews, I don't think, but the Suffolk Executive MBA does. They will have interviews. And again, very, very similar to the personal statements. If you do have to have an interview, I'll have to double check if the other two do have interviews. But if you do have an interview, again, it's just, how is the course going to help you? How do you feel you'll do at the university? What do you want to progress on to? So yeah, that's the whole process. That's the main way to really show us that you're the right fit.
Thank you. The next question to you is, what will be the deadline for Jan 2023 intake?
So deadline for applications hasn't been announced yet. However, I would say get your applications in as soon as possible, but probably before the start of November would be my personal comfort level. So if you can, you have the whole of October, try and get those applications in by November the 1st, because it gives you enough time. Don't forget, you'll need to do precast interview. Well, you have to get your conditional offer, you have to meet your conditions. If you get a conditional offer, then precast interview, get your documents together, get your CAS, visa documents, get your visa appointment. If you can, yeah, apply by the end of this month, that is my strong recommendation.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you. That's
No
all
problem.
the questions that we have.
All questions.
Yes, we have
Awesome.
all the questions.
Perfect. So yeah, I guess to kind of my finishing statement, thank you all for attending. I really hope that this has been useful to those of you who are interested in business for January, and to those of you who have come along to just learn a bit more about the university. Again, if there was any information that wasn't in the presentation, please feel free to reach out to the counsellors or to reach out directly to us at international@uos.ac.uk. And we'll be happy to talk you through your questions or set up a call so we can help you out with your application.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you so very much for joining us in today's webinar. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at SI UK. And we'll see you in the next webinar. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.